You Latinos for Trump must be real proud of your stupid decision, huh? You think your little citizenship, your little permanent residency card, that little appointment you have with immigration coming up, or the fact that you've been here a couple generations makes you superior to the undocumented individuals in this country? Well, mija, the Supreme Court just said, if you look it, you must be it, and we must get rid of it. And the Latinos in the comments talk about, oh, well, if you look suspicious, then you should be stopped. Meanwhile, they're looking like a whole Aztec, a whole Inca empire. Mr. Madman, sir, do you not think you're on the chopping block too? The delusion is real, amiga. Your aspiration to whiteness and your craving of superiority nunca va a pasar, amiga. It is never going to happen. Your ancestry will forever and always remind you of the one thing you hate about yourself. Tú eres Latino. But what do I know, little old me, since you think you're a blanquita and untouchable? Go ahead, culera, stand in front of the ICE agents and speak the Espanol. Le. Wear that favorite jersey of your favorite soccer team, amiga. Go ahead, don't be nervous. And see if you don't get snatched up for looking suspicious. Whatever the hell that means. But you should know, you did vote for this. Buckle up, ho!
For those that don't know, the Supreme Court ruled Monday for the Trump administration and agreed U.S. immigration agents may stop and detain anyone they suspect in the U.S. illegally based on little more than working at a gas station, at a restaurant, at a car wash, speaking Spanish, or having brown skin. That is all they need. If you speak Spanish or have brown skin, you are in danger. My family's in danger. And we have to step up. We have to be the change. We have to spread the word. Make sure to keep your family as safe as you can, let them be informed, and that's the best that we can do. But, yep, the Supreme Court ruled this on Monday for the Trump administration.
Jackass.
And I do hope that all you Latinos for Trump never have a day of peace now that the Supreme Court has made it legal for ICE to stop you based on your race. Because some of you are darker than me. Some of you look more paisa than me. And I hope you get stopped. And I hope you get frisked. I hope that in some cases, some people have shown their IDs, their real IDs and stuff like that. And the ICE officers should say that this is fake. And they apprehend them anyways. I hope that happens to every last one of you. I hate you.
And so Latinos who voted for Trump because you have papers and you're safe and you're okay and you're good.
Oh yeah guys, welcome back to the channel and I hope you are all doing good. In this video, the Latino supporters of Donald Trump come to a painful realization. The very movement they supported may not have their best interests at heart. This video captures their raw reactions and heartfelt reflections as individuals confront policies and rhetoric that suggest they are not truly welcome in the vision of America they believed in. So, this is more than just politics. It's about identity. It is about belonging and the difficult journey of discovering uncomfortable truths. So guys, let's get into these reactions. Let's get to what people are saying about all this. I'll be coming back with more commentaries. Of course, all credit belongs to the original creators of the video. Don't forget to like this video. Let's get into this. I'll be back with more.
Your post made me think about a lot of shit last night. I'm turning 50 next month. I left Puerto Rico when I was roughly 36 years old. So I've been here for a while. At one point, I just got tired. I got tired of the blackouts, of going to the DMV to get plates and waiting an entire fucking day. There were just a lot of inconveniences that I said, you know what, I'm just going to leave. I'm bilingual. I can make a better career in the United States, probably make a lot more money. So I'm just taking off. I took my chihuahua, my 2 kids, and my ex-wife, and I fucking left. I didn't even think about it. My economical situation skyrocketed. Like, I'm doing way better. I met the person I love. I've gotten a lot of good things from this place. The only problem, and I gotta tell you this, and you have to understand that if you're Puerto Rican, is that this place will never ever be your home. This is like a spot where you improve yourself, but you will never be part of it because they will never see you as one of them. And that's okay. Listen, at the end of the day, we have to come to terms with some realities in this case. Yeah, they're celebrating racism right now in this country. And you got groups of people who were ready to feed you to the alligators with no problem whatsoever, who were making fun of a black young man getting murdered and ended up signing Confederate flags and bags of Skittles just to make fun of it. And that same group of people are now telling you that you should mourn Charlie Kirk, a white life that was lost to its own violence that it perpetrated, right? A person who made a lot of money and became very famous, humiliating the LGBTQ community, talking ill about people of color, talking horrific things about immigrants, and somehow white supremacy and white America is telling you, yeah, that life is worth more than the life of Trayvon Martin and fucking Medgar Evers and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Breonna Taylor and Philando Castile and Pedro Albizu Campo and a lot of more other lives that have just as much value, right? Because all life is precious. But no, they won't say that. They have no problem making fun of those lives that are lost while putting a life in a pedestal that basically was racist. They can't consolidate it. And where are we sitting at right now with this situation? Well, you got the president of the United States declaring war on minorities and people that are liberal in the United States. You have a governor that was praying for 33 hours hoping that the killer was Latino or black or a minority or from another country. You have Latinos for Trump that are subscribing to this white supremacist views and are trying to help them and are betraying you. And worst of it all, you have liberal white people that supposedly were your allies now crying on full display of the internet on a life that hated you. So who you have left? We are on our own. So yeah, I agree with you. I definitely think that I will do that DMV line and sit there for 10 hours in Puerto Rico in exchange for not having to deal with any of this shit. So if you're coming here and you're Puerto Rican or Latino, think long and hard.
So the U.S. Supreme Court today overturned Judge Frimpong's injunction from June 11th, saying that in LA, the ICE agents needed to follow well-established law by the Fourth Amendment. They needed something more than just a person's race or how they look. And today, Trump's U.S. Supreme Court ruled that their ethnicity, the language they speak, the type of jobs that Latinos have, gardening, construction, can all be used as reasonable suspicion. Law professors are throwing out their curriculums because all established law is out the window. Latinos, regardless of citizenship status or immigration status, now have diminished rights under the Constitution. This is Trump's Supreme Court. And it seems now as though the law will change with whatever Trump requests. So we'll see where this leads us.
People sacrifice, they show up because they want to drop off their kids. And when my students came to school on the first day of school, there was an ICE vehicle parked right outside. I called my principal and I'm like, hey, what's going on? She said, I don't know why they're here, but they're here. We're ready to protect our students. We won't let them in unless they have a warrant. But that was enough to intimidate a lot of parents who saw the vehicle and turned around and didn't come in. This is a school that serves 95% Latinos, and I don't know, just like this news, and this has been ongoing, like there's been a lot of rapes in this community. It's really hard to be a Latina in Los Angeles today on September 9. It was really hard yesterday on September 8th, and it's been really hard summer, and even graduations were really hard, and we've all been trying to like hold it in and keep it together for our kiddos, but I feel like it's a lot. It's a lot.
So now that the Supreme Court has ruled that they can racially profile us based off our skin color, they can detain us, any person of color, for a few days while they can confirm your legal status. Isn't that fucking crazy? During this time, it's not a time to be scared anymore. We have to show them that we're not scared, que no les tenemos miedo. Es el momento de estar orgulloso de donde vienes. El color de tu piel, tu cultura, el idioma que hablas. Enséñales que ser bilingüe is something they can't take away from us, and that's why they hate us so much. That's why they have so much racism towards us. This is also a time to stand together, estar juntos, unidos. Take care of those older uncles, moms, dads, who are just trying to work and live a better life. Y por esos pendejos latinos que votaron por Trump, ojalá se sientan bien orgullosos ahorita en este momento con ese pinche nopal en la frente porque se les dijo varias veces. Now, don't you feel stupid? Don't you feel stupid?
I'm still processing this, but this is very important news to share. The U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that sweeping immigration raids in L.A. can continue for now. This lifts a federal judge's order that had barred agents from making stops without reasonable suspicion. The 6-3 decision of the conservative majority court allows agents to stop suspects based solely on their race, language, or a job. They're going to use ethnicity as a relevant factor for these agents to make a determination whether someone is here in the U.S. without documentation or not. It is literally profiling. This is also happening in September, which is Hispanic Heritage Month, and you have a lot of gatherings and celebrations of those of Latin American descent here in the U.S. celebrating the Independence Day of the respective countries. This Supreme Court ruling essentially gives ICE the authority to make arrests based on their own subjective opinion if someone is perceived to be here undocumented. They can sugarcoat it all they want, but it is literally racial profiling. And if you look the part, you can literally be detained based off of their reasonable suspicion. My heart sinks with news like this, y'all, but go ahead and...
Yeah, them Latino for Trump folks got real. It's mute. I don't hear nothing ever since that executive order came out. Yeah. Now you thought I forgot about y'all. You thought we forgot about y'all. The Latinos for Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. Now look at y'all on hush mode. Because you realize that executive order affects you, affects your kids, affects your spouses, affects your parents, affects your friends, affects everyone around you that you've ever loved and cared about that was not born in this country. Now look at you. They're going to be able to snatch you up and lock you up based off of your accent and skin tone alone. Even if you are a white Cuban or a white Puerto Rican or a white Dominican, it don't matter. If your accent even got a little bit of a twang in it, you're cooked. Welcome to the real world, jackass.
So now, across the United States, many of the Latinos stood proudly behind Donald Trump. They believed in his message. The Latinos believed in his promises and his vision of America. But now, some are waking up to a painful truth. Yeah, it is indeed a harsh reality check for them because they are now crying out. Yeah, we will see them with the wave. They used to wave flags, wearing MAGA hats. They used to cheer. I'm telling you, the Latino Trump rallies were just something else. You know what? During the 2016 and not only all those other elections, even the 2024 elections, many Latino Americans rallied behind Trump. Some resonated with his message about faith, family, and economic opportunity. They felt seen. They even felt empowered as conservative voices in a changing political landscape. Yeah, they used to say he is strong. He says it is he says it as it should be, that Trump understands hardworking Americans like them. They used to say a lot of things, and guys, you can now listen to even the speeches, footages of the recent Trump speeches on immigration, mass deportations, and nationalist rhetoric. I'm telling you, it when it gets deep into the ears, you can just feel like something else. But do you know, behind the slogans and sound bites, the policies tell a different story. With increasing rhetoric around mass deportations, ending by birthright citizenship, and labeling immigrants as threats, many are now asking, was he ever really fighting for us? Yeah? And I'm telling you, there are a lot of Trump's quotes about immigrants not letting them in and driving them out. Yeah, and Latinos are now expressing regret and confusion. They are expressing their regrets and confusion on TikTok, on interviews, on reactions. Yeah, they are now saying, I voted for him twice, but now he is talking like we are all criminals. Another person said that it hurts. I thought we were part of the American dream you talked about. These voices echo a growing emotional and political reckoning. Some feel betrayed, others just confused, but all are beginning to ask the same question. Were we just a political tool? Yeah, me, I can say you are a political tool. Yeah, politics is not just about policies, it's about people. And when those people start to feel unwelcome in the country they love, the pain runs deep. Trump's appeal to Latino voters was never sustainable long term. Sooner or later, the contradictions in his message had to surface. Yeah, and to the Latinos who believed, those who hoped, and who now feel hurt, there is a moment of reckoning and perhaps a turning point. Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. If you found this video insightful, hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more honest political commentary. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Of course, all credit belongs to the original creators of the video. This video is meant for educational purposes and commentary purposes as well. Yeah, thank you so much. This is just reality. Have a nice time with you.